Welcome to Dwarvenkegger. I'm Tanner.
And I'm Rob.
And today we are ready for our next Mustard Bust beer. And unfortunately, it's a revisit. It is Death by Hops by Old Hickory Brewery. Guys, why? This is kind of petty of you, I'm not going to lie. You know...
It's because they're sore losers.
So, for those of you who don't know, Death by Hops, watch our previous video on Death by Hops. It's an ass kicker. 7% ABV, 120 IBUs.
108.
108?
108 IBUs.
Oh, pussies. No, 108 IBUs is super intense.
I don't have anything to wipe it
Just
up.
go get some paper towels.
All right, keep talking.
All right, so shook it up a little bit right before the review. Not really, not quite sure why it did that. See, this is how hateful this beer is. Do you see what this beer got? Guys, look at what this beer just did to my table. We're not cutting this out. I want you to see the hatefulness of this beer. Ridiculous. Anyway.
Oh, are you pouring it?
Yeah, I'll pour it. Death by Hops.
All right, do me a favor. Give me not a lot.
107 IBUs. That's unfortunate for multiple reasons.
Thank you.
The first reason...
Thanks for all that head.
Yeah, no
Hold
problem.
on, hold on.
I know you like head.
Get off.
I know you like head. First thing is it's one of the most bitter, no, I'll say it, the most bitter beer I've ever had in my entire life. Second of all, 7%.
Stop.
We'll take this, please.
I will. No, we gotta keep it.
Oh yeah, we'll keep it. 7% ABV. That's that doesn't do it enough justice because this just hurts everything. There's no redeeming qualities about this beer. It's vicious. It's hateful. It's like an ex that finds out your new address and phone number and, I don't know, does something insane like burns a cross in your front yard. Listen, Stephanie, leave me alone. Okay?
Cross in your front yard.
No, I just made that up. I did have an ex-girlfriend write, I hope you get crabs and die in my yearbook, in my senior year.
Well, that makes sense.
And now, she's off the grid. I have no idea. I don't pay attention. But anyway, this is a mean beer. It's not a nice beer.
Tanner realized people are malicious.
Yeah, people are malicious. They can be. I am excited about this, just to go back to it, just because I honestly haven't had it in, like, years. I'm going to say years. Yeah, it's going to be bad. It's going to be very hoppy. It's going to be very bitter, and I'm overly not excited. So while we continue to clean up it off the table,
Because it just won't get away.
which is so fitting, we're going to get in there. Damn it.
They did this on purpose.
They so did this on purpose. And we're back. Movie magic. Okay, so the nose.
Actually, it's not as bad as I remember it.
The nose is actually
It's nice and piney.
isn't piney, a little
Fruity?
citrusy. I get some fruity citrus going on there. Wow.
Did they change the recipe?
I could have sworn it was 120 IBUs. I'm shocked to find out it's only 107. We'll go back and watch the other video because I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Anyway, let's get in there. Cheers. Ugh.
It's not as bad as I remember.
I'll agree. That's
I like how he still hates it to the point
I
where
still
it's
hate it.
terrible for him.
I
It's
still
like, it's not
God,
as bad as
it made a mess on my table, and it is piney and just.
The fucked up thing is you don't get a bunch of that bitterness on the back end.
Not as much.
I mean, it's like this is essentially, to me, would be like your standard IPA where you taste the bitter, but this isn't like unbelievably bitter.
I vividly remember the feeling that you took a bunch of like the most potent hops you could find, grind them up in your hand, and then run them down your tongue. That's what I remember. But that's not what I'm experiencing right now. It's
You do a lot of things where you rub stuff in your hands and then rub it down your tongue.
I mean, it's bitter. Don't get me wrong.
I don't think it's too bad. It's not as bitter as our Imperial Stout from Founders.
I'll agree, but I can't get it. It's just
The fact that there's a fruit note to it makes it better.
Yeah, it's harming my soul.
Everything harms your soul.
It just Old Hickory, by the way. Shout out to Old Hickory. They're actually
Old Hickory has some good stuff.
They're actually a really solid brewery.
We visited Old Hickory. It's very good.
Yeah. You guys did. Man, I don't like this. I still don't like this, but I like this a lot more than the other one. I mean,
yeah, I'm pretty sure that the old one was 120 IBUs.
You know what's interesting about this? I've had beers that are insane. I've had beers that are like 85 IBUs that don't taste it. And then I've had beers that are like 60 IBUs that taste like 100 IBUs.
They taste worse than this.
Oh, yeah. Taste-wise, it's not a terrible taste. Like, if you were to take just the bitterness out of it and just focus on the taste, piney, refreshing, citrus. The 7% has a very silky, kind of thick mouthfeel to it. It's actually kind of nice. But
did you have to say
silky,
thick
mouthfeel? What I will say is it's still one of the most bitter things I've ever put in my mouth.
I mean, it's bitter, but it's
really bitter.
I don't think it's really bitter. I think it's just bitter. Like, I feel as though I've had standard IPAs that were 5% that were more bitter than this at like 60 IBUs or 50 IBUs.
I'll believe you. I
think that they've done themselves a very good service here by mellowing it out tremendously more than it used to be.
It has to be a lower IBU because while it's assaulting me and I can't get that grimace off my face, and this is the IPA face that I can't shake after all these. Have we been in this couple of years?
Bitter beer face.
Bitter beer face.
Remember those commercials? They were terrible.
Yeah,
but funny.
But like, I feel like my face is gonna be sore from grimacing after that. I can't shake it. Just massage. Hold on, let me massage my face. And I'm back. No, it's still bitter. What would you give it?
Give it like a 2.3. Because I think it's so much better than the last one we had.
I give it a 1.5.
That's still higher than he gave it last time.
I think so. It's bitter. It is really freaking bitter. It is still in one of the... Even this version of it is probably in the top 10 most bitter beers I've ever had. But it is a lot better than the other time. So thanks, Mustard Bus. I don't know if this will come out as like one of the last Mustard Bus videos. We're actually still waiting on a redo on the beer that broke. If you go back and watch the video, there was one of them that was a stout. I think it was a Scottish style ale or a stout that broke in transit. So they're sending us another one of those.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Yeah, they're okay, guys.
I don't really read the comments on your videos, so.
Our videos.
Well, it's mainly the ones that you post. I don't read the comments on.
Yeah, whatever. So, like, subscribe, hit that little bell at the bottom, follow us on Instagram and Facebook for all sorts of Dwarvenkegger shenanigans, and if you are looking forward to support the craziness here at Dwarvenkegger, hit us up on that Patreon link below. Check out our cigar videos, check out our beer videos, check out our Budget Booze reviews, check out our raves, check out our rants, check out our nerdiness, check out our
cooking,
check out our card opening, check out our... I think it's all of them,
vlog
actually.
videos.
Vlog. Dude, just watch all of our videos. Just on repeat.
Watch them all.
Quit your job and watch our videos on repeat.
You don't have to quit your job. Just watch them while you're doing your job. Or listen to them.
So then you're getting paid to watch Dwarvenkegger. Just don't tell your boss. Till next time.
Like when you get paid to Poop Network.
That is very true. God bless America.
God bless America.
Till next time, if you're looking for something to really challenge your taste buds when it comes to bitterness, check it out. I think for a lot of people this is going to be a very challenging beer.
I honestly don't think it's that bitter.
If you're
surprisingly enough, I don't.
Okay, so let's split it down. As somebody who I'm very particular about the IPAs I like, I think this is going to be a pretty challenging beer. So tell me who would you recommend this to from an IPA standpoint?
An IPA fan, somebody that enjoys IPAs.
I feel like an IPA lover though.
No, just a fan.
You think so?
Because I mean, honestly, we haven't done an IPA in a while.
That's true.
Like a solid IPA in a while.
That's true.
I'm sure you haven't drank one in a while, except for maybe some of the ones on tap, which are probably.
I had a lot of when I went to see Mystery Science Theater 3000 in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I had a lot of Three Floyds on tap.
Alpha King.
Alpha King, Gumball Head, Zombie Dust.
So Zombie Dust and Alpha King are both IPAs.
Yeah, and then Gumball Heads
is an American ale.
And then what else? I had one other. But anyway, Three Floyds.
They have a Scotch ale, which is really good.
I didn't have that.
Lenny the Bruce or something like that.
Maybe no.
It's a good one too.
No,
but
I don't have that one.
But no, I mean just in general, this is, from what I remember, this is absolutely nothing like the first time we did it.
I will say it is better.
I honestly think that I could probably drink a 6-pack of this and not have an issue.
I'm glad somebody can.
The 120 IBU one, there's no way.
Pain.
I mean, it was like, even I was like, why is this a thing?
Why have you created misery for the sake of misery?
Why have you forsaken me?
Till next time, guys.
Cheers.
Nope. Oh.
Nice.
Nope.